Hello, my name's Tiffany. I'm the Conservation Area Assistant for the south east of Essex, and today I'm here along the Thames at one of our fantastic sites called Oliver Road Lagoons, which is based in West Thurrock, and I'm here for the Essex Coastal Challenge to show you exactly why this site is so unique and what makes it so special. Oliver Road Lagoons is situated just a few miles from our Chafford Gorges Nature Park on the Essex shore of the Thames estuary. Just ahead of me here is Green Hive opposite on the Thames, and then as we go to the west there is the Dartford Crossing, and this site here is Oliver Road Lagoons. So it's surrounded by industrial buildings, but it's actually rich in wildlife.
Oliver Road Lagoons is one of the best sites in the UK for rare invertebrates and lots of other wildlife too, and this is due to the mixture of salt marsh, wetlands and grassland that link this land with the River Thames. This 40-hectare site used to be a power station until 1997, and as a result the site now contains pulverised fuel ash, which is the ash resulting from the burning of pulverised coal in coal-fired electricity power stations. This ash is important for a huge number of nationally important invertebrates, such as rare spiders, beetles and also reptiles, as it's low in nutrients and quite toxic, and therefore provides a mosaic of wildflower-rich habitats. Around the site there are large areas of bare ground, which is important for a range of insects that use these open areas for nesting, chasing after prey and basking. These bare ground areas containing pulverised fuel ash provide warm, dry conditions that favour warmth-loving invertebrates and facilitate burrowing.
The pond behind me is a critical habitat for the distinguished jumping spider, and one of the main areas on site that the spider is found. It's found around the edges of the pond, and it likes to live in clinker, which is little rocks with holes in. It's a really small little spider, so it's quite difficult to see. It's got quite a large pair of eyes though, and it likes to jump on its prey in order to catch it. This site here and one place in Kent in Swanscombe are the only places in the whole of the country that you actually find this spider, so it's pretty rare.
This seasonal pond dries out in the summer, but it is a crucial habitat for a diversity of salt marsh and seasonally wet species such as sea milkwort and oak-leaved goosefoot. Oliver Road Lagoons is a brownfield site, and there are not many of these left in Essex due to urban development. Brownfields are areas of land that have been altered by human activity, and the diversity of species that brownfield sites can actually support is surprising. There are over 1,300 different species of invertebrates, birds and reptiles, of which around 50 species are classified as endangered, and these all call Oliver Road Lagoons home.
These south-facing banks along the edges of the pond are really important places for wildlife. They're made up of pulverised fuel ash, and they also have lots of clinker on site as well, which is those little rocks with lots of holes in, which the distinguished jumping spider likes to burrow in. We also get solitary bees mining in here. We get shrill carder bee on site, we get brown banded carder bee. We also get a 5-banded weevil wasp, and beetles such as the salt marsh short spur beetle. So as part of the habitat management on site, we keep this bank along the edge of the pond nice and clear with those bare ground areas which heat up nicely for lots of different inverts and also reptiles as well. So we get slow worms on site, we also get common lizards and lots of other fascinating important wildlife.
There is always something fascinating to find on site throughout the year, from salt marsh plants such as glasswort to the sea aster mining bee to water voles. August is also a great time of year to spot lots of butterflies such as ringlets, speckled woods and moth species such as the Jersey tiger moth and cinnabar moth. We are also lucky to have around 200 marsh helleborines on site which flower in July and August. These are stunning orchids which are found around the lagoon area, and they're the only orchid in Europe which can survive in a flooded habitat. These orchids are not common and are declining in numbers due to habitat loss. They favour fens, damp grassland, marshes and dune slacks, particularly on chalky soils. August is also a great time of year to spot waders such as redshank, avocet and godwits. Towards the south of the site lies the lagoon area and salt marsh, which provide a high tide roost for overwintering waders that feed on the adjacent mudflats that are exposed at low tide. These mudflats beyond the seawall form the single largest intertidal feeding area for wintering waders and wildfowl on the inner Thames estuary. The lagoon provides an important refuge for overwintering waders, and later in the year we will be carrying out important habitat management work to enhance this lagoon area for breeding and roosting waders that come in from the Thames. This site really shows that nature can take over and thrive on abandoned land. This is just one of our fantastic reserves that provides a wildlife haven on the north bank of the inner Thames. Our coastline really is incredible and we need to do everything we can to protect it.
We are trying to raise as much as possible for the Essex Coastal Challenge, and we need as many of you as possible to get involved with this challenge and get on board. We need you to keep collecting sponsorship and allow your friends and families the opportunity to make a difference to wildlife. We would love to hear how your challenges are going, so please do get in touch. You can use the hashtag Essex Coastal Challenge, or you can post on the Essex Challenge Champions Facebook page. You can also email us at fundraise@essexwt.org.uk. Good luck, and we look forward to seeing all your photos and videos.